You see the coward? You just admitted that science is against Islam and you are stupid.
I greet you once again, beloved, and I welcome you to Lost in Media. My name is Stephen, and you know for sure that whenever I get in my seat here, it's about we dismantling those several assertions that made against Christianity since time immemorial. I believe you are getting yourself ready for the Dambai evangelism, the program that is going to be held in Dambai on the 23rd day of this month, December 2023. I hope you get to see me there. If you would love to meet up with Brother Stephen over there, make sure to come by. Okay, I'm actually going there with KSTU, that is Kumasi Technical University, Campus of Christ. It's going to be booming over there, so make sure to not miss this. I'll be getting with me. Well, shall we take a good break and return? And we're actually going to head on to the part 2 or the second section of what actually Sheikh Uthman was saying about the Quran, or the scientific proof in the Quran, and how he indirectly insulted his prophet and also Allah. Christian Prince is actually going to pinpoint this to us. Quick break and we return to his latter part in the first section. Welcome back, beloved. Let's go to the latter part of the first section.
ثم استوى إلى السماء وهي دخان. What is the Quran? And I'm going to give you the chapter and verse numbers so you can look it up yourself. In the 41st chapter, in the 11th verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He directed Himself towards the heavens and there was smoke.
Okay, well, let's go to Sheikh Uthman again. He's going to make some assertions.
So how could a man in the desert who was illiterate and had no literature, no scientific evidence, no scientific works around him, no scientists around him?
That is what most Muslims claim. How can a man in the desert who had no scientists around him, he had no tools and all that to do any scientific researches, how could he have been able to discover all this and blah, 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 blah? Okay, what next?
No scientific research going on in a desert. Have known that 1100 years before.
How? Okay, he says, how could he have known that? Okay, what next?
How you know? You stupid idiot, you just expose your prophet. People, be my witness.
Christian Prince says, you stupid, you just exposed your prophet. People, be my witness. So Christian Prince calls us to witness how he exposed his prophet, that is Muhammad. Well, how did he expose his prophet Muhammad, Christian Prince?
The guy, he just admitted that Allah, He went up to the sky and the sky was a smoke.
Oh, really? So according to Christian Prince, Sheikh Uthman actually admitted that Allah went up to the sky and the sky was as a smoke. You see? So according to Uthman, Allah didn't create the heaven or the sky. Okay, he created just the earth, and when he returned to the sky, there were smokes over there. Something had already been created over there. Okay, something had already been created over there. The sky had already been created. So Allah isn't the creator of the sky. Allah isn't the creator of the heavens. Oh, this is something else. So but you can see the vigor, the vim Uthman had in exposing this kind of this kind of so-called scientific evidence, pre-scientific evidence in the Quran. You see, he didn't realize Christian Prince was going to catch him with a net. You get that? So it's amazing. He admitted that indeed Allah went to the sky and there were already smoke over there. The sky had already been created. So Allah didn't create the sky. That is why we tell you Allah of the Quran isn't equivalent to God the Bible talks of, because nothing was created when God began creating. Nothing was there. He is the beginning. He is the beginner of the beginning. but Allah didn't begin everything, meaning someone did some creation before Allah was creating the earth. It was left with the creation of the earth, and Allah continued over there. You see how disgusting and how confusing Islam is? You see, the Quran is confused.
But the coward, he did not post for you or quote for you the verses before where it says that the earth is finished first.
Okay, so you see, according to Christian Prince, Sheikh Uthman is a coward, and he wasn't able to display the Quran chapter 41 verse 11 on the screen to show us. You see, he is a coward, and he knows for sure that if he displays it, it's actually going to draw your attention on what actually he's talking about. You see, so Allah didn't create everything. Well, if you really want to know that indeed he admitted, okay, he admitted that indeed, Allah didn't create the sky. Let's watch that portion again.
ثم استوى إلى السماء وهي دخان. What is the Quran? And I'm going to give you the chapter and verse numbers so you can look it up yourself. In the 41st chapter, in the 11th verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He directed Himself towards the heavens and there was smoke.
Okay, this is very funny. Okay, he indeed admitted that Allah then directed Himself to the sky, and they were already created something over there, smoke. Okay, they were already. So I think Muslims just try their possible best to achieve certain stuffs in the Quran to befit what actually modern science is talking about. I hope you get with me. So he says the what actually has been accepted now generally in the scientific realm has to do with the nebula hypothesis. Okay, which states that the universe began as a smoke. You see, as a smoke. The galaxies, the planets, and the solar system, and all that began as a smoke. You get that? And later on, they all came together as a body, and that is what actually helped us. That is what actually turned into solar systems and galaxies and planets and blah blah blah. So he's saying the Quran do affirm this all. The Quran revealed this 100 years prior to the creation of this kind of hypothesis by Kant and Swedenborg. But I think they actually belittling their Allah, and they actually telling us that Muhammad actually mimicked certain stuff. Okay, he didn't know what he was talking about. The Quran says Allah isn't the creator of the universe. Okay, he isn't the creator of the entire universe. He created some portions of the universe, that is the earth. And when he redirected himself to the sky, you see, he directed himself to the sky, meaning the sky had already been created. It had already been there, and also there were smokes over there. So Christian Prince actually helped us. Let's watch.
So when you are telling them about science and how the sky was a smoke, why you did not mention then that Allah created the earth, created the trees, created the grass, created the water, created everything, and then at the end he went to the sky and the sky was a smoke?
Okay, so that's exactly what Muslims does. Okay, so what next, Christian Prince? Last part.
You see the coward. You just admitted that science is against Islam and you are stupid.
Wow, that is what is it? That is very deep, okay, and that is a very hot fire. He says, Sheikh Uthman, you just agreed to the fact that science is against Islam. Science is against Islam. There are many scientific errors in the Quran. Okay, several scientific errors in the Quran. Can you believe Allah of the Quran doesn't even know that we conceptualizes or we thinks, okay, we reasons by the mind and not the heart. We do not conceptualize by the mind, by the heart, but the mind. But according to the Quran, Allah says that man thinks with the heart. Man thinks by the heart. For the way. For the way. Okay, even the correct students will actually tell you, no, we conceptualize this by the mind. We think, we reason with and by the mind and not the heart. You see, Allah is confused in the Quran. So how can you tell me the Quran is a divine book? You see, it is never true. It is never true that way. So if in case you have this contradiction challenge in the Quran in Surah Al-Nisa, ayah 82, that if in case the Quran was from any mere man, there would be the discovery of several lot of contradictions or discrepancies, palpable or patent discrepancies and all that. But what about all this? We're discovering all this, and they do assert that indeed the Quran is the product of a mere man and not any God. Well, shall we end it up here? Sheikh Uthman actually says Allah isn't the creator of the entire universe. He created some portion of the universe, and the sky was already created, and when he directed himself up into the sky, there was already something created. That is the smoke. All we get with me because smokes didn't come by accident. And if you want to go by the biblical description of how the universe was prior to God starting everything, you will get to know that nothing was there. I hope you get with me. God called everything into being. We ended up here and we call it a day. Shall we meet up here once again? Make sure to tag all Islamic channels for us. Tag everybody for us. In your, shall we meet up here once again? Bye-bye. Seriously, there is an end to everything we're doing over here on earth. We are informative beings. We carry information wheresoever we go. And without us, there wouldn't be the happenings of events in several lot of countries. Religions are superfluous in our countries, in our world. But how can people study a lot, and how can they get or attain some knowledge about all religions? That's exactly what we're doing over here. Most especially being a Christian and Christian apologist, I intend to always express my view in regards to what even the religion that has been rival to Christianity since time immemorial asserts, that is Islam. And on this program, we present reasonable polemics against authentic historic Islam, and we created the awareness that indeed Christ descended purposely for man's redemption. We cannot do this without you. That's the exact reason we want sponsorship. Yeah, you can help with the provision of machines so we can go out there for debates and all that. And during these debates, you know for sure something miraculous happens sometimes. People actually learn a lot, and even if the Muslim has questions sometimes, they cannot confront you while you are here on the show. But if we go out there for a program seriously, they can ask several lot of questions, and we help heal several many wounds. You can help with anything that can help propagate the efficacious gospel of Christ. And I think there are some specific people in our world today who are into this kind of sponsorship works, and that is Brother Dan u.s.a.
Now, some social media, Muslims, any debate, let me share our arguments and let me give every paper. Now, who back and you our heart, do my Church of Christ preach our heart. Now, Brother we have more lost in TV now. And then, but you are not more, Mr. Portable, and I didn't travel. Who goes for that? Now, minimum no draw, but 25 million, and I'm a name.
May God richly bless you for what actually did for us, and it actually told us for sure that you do follow this program and you love it. You love the propagation of the efficacious gospel. And also Brother Ken Biney, may God bless you as well. Mr. COD, Mr. Peter, Uncle Sam of Toronto, Canada, Ghana House, Mr. Edu, we need your sponsorship. Specifically, I've mentioned your name because I actually know what you're doing in the system. And whosoever, wheresoever you are, you can pick up the contact that is emerging on your screen and communicate us, so you can discuss with that what actually you would love to help with. May God richly bless you. Your sponsorship is needed.